Welcome to Manifest at the Junction. Today's topic is the power of eight. It's based off of a book by Lynne McTaggart, and it's an incredible way to work with the power of manifestation. Simply put, it's gathering a group of eight people together with the intention of all eight people focusing in on one person in that group, whatever it is that they're seeking. And you want to talk about leveling up, manifesting. Here it is. This is amazing. So I heard about the power of eight maybe 2 or 3 months ago by someone just happened to saying it in passing. I asked what was it? And I could feel it. Like there was something in it that she said. And I'm like, so I went on to Lynne McTaggart's website. She's got such incredible resources on how to create a power of eight group. And within a week, I had eight people committed to, I think we chose 12 weeks together. And with this intention of coming together once a week. So I have to tell you, it is amazing. So I'm like, where should I start with this? Imagine for now getting together with eight people. Now, whether you know them or not, it doesn't matter because I had people in my group that one was an associate and I did know some of the other people. But imagine getting together with eight people and for that 1 hour, choosing one person, asking what it is they would like to intend to manifest in their life, and then given a collective 10-minute timer or a 15-minute timer, everyone at the same time closes their eyes and puts their intention on that person's request. And with the intention itself being that there would be anything from a miracle to healing, like it really can be anything that this person is wanting. The idea with intention of the power of eight is that imagining eight people focusing on that one specific outcome. What does it do for energy? So that really is what it is in a nutshell. It's a group of eight people. And I want to say it was really amazing when we first got going. What I noticed was how quickly it was to get eight people. I don't know if who's listening to this right now, but I can feel that when you say, hey, do you want to be part of a group where we get together and we put focus on intending? There is a yes to this. There's a community like excitement that I felt was palpable right away. Once we got our group together, being that we're all over the place, Zoom was our best bet. So number two is after you have eight people, it really can be in person or on Zoom. So we get together once a week for 1 hour. And here's what the structure looks like. So for the very first meeting, it might be a little different because you might want to take a time to introduce each other and get to know each other. But after the second week, essentially, and onward, essentially that hour looks like this. We all come together and we do a quick check-in. And that check-in works best when we say, let's check in in regards to the intentions that we've been setting in our group. So if there's any movement, shifts, changes, openings, anything like that is where we focus in our check-in. But also anything people need to say to be complete or hear, really present in for the next hour. So if something's on their mind, they might want to share that just to kind of unload it so that they can really be in the space. Once we've done our check-in, what works best also is each week we have someone on deck whose turn it is. So whoever's turn it is, we then hand it over to that person and we ask them, what are you intending for this week? What are we focusing on? We actually spend a good chunk of time crafting a really succinct sentence that encompasses exactly what the person is intending. We include their full name, and we really scrutinize the words so that we really get to the end of what it is. So, for example, for me, today was my day, and I have pain in my tailbone. And so I wasn't focusing on like that the pain gets better. No, I want to actually have the pain disappear. I want to have full mobility. And what does full mobility give me? It gives me freedom of movement. I see that my tailbone could be tied with thriving. So I added in the sentence the experience of feeling alive and free and vibrant. That is a beautiful time that collectively as a group, everyone comes together to really listen for and clarify exactly the person's experience. We actually can take a good 15 minutes for that one, but at the end of that time, what we have at the end is an incredible sentence that is powerful, succinct, and it really gives everybody a clear picture on what it is that we are intending for them. So once we have our sentence and everyone's feeling it, and the person who's receiving the intention says, yes, this feels amazing, then we put on a 10-minute video that I share screen, and it's just it's beautiful 10-minute of music, meditation music. We all turn off our screen, we go off on mute, and we just listen to the music, and we each individually but collectively sit with that intention, and we really just pour whatever we need to get have that intention be. If you are a Reiki practitioner, you may do Reiki. Some people just are really great at visualizing. Some people are in tune with messages that they may send or receive and get clarity for this person, any messages that the person may want to hear. This is what's so beautiful about the group is everyone has their own way of intending. So once the 10 minutes are up, what I usually do is the music fades and then I turn off my shared screen, and everybody then knows it's time to come back. And then we take sharing. We first take sharing from the person whose intention it was, anything that's come up for them around just being in the receiving mode, but any meditation, anything that they might see in their own meditation. And then one by one, we all take turns and share what opened up for us during that intention. And oh my gosh, the gifts that happen with this beautiful collective intention is amazing. And that's why I wanted to make the video. Is I would love for you to experience what that feels like, of having that collective to come together with the intention. So that's what it looks like. That gives you the full hour of how a meeting looks like. And so here's the fun part is we have a little WhatsApp chat group that we go on where anything that comes up in the week, people share. What that has also done is really feels this collective investment into people's lives, having them really experience their intention in reality. We all also have a knowing and a sense and an appreciation that the universe only gives us what we need. So it's not like we're trying to force an outcome or make things happen. And hopefully that's come across. But for when we're intending, we always know that it's always in the best interest. And so if someone really, 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 really wants someone to fall in love with them, and that we know is not not going to happen. Let's say the universe has other plans for this person. What's beautiful about this power of 8 is the gifts that happen for the person who's asking for the intention, the awareness, the opening, the awakening, the healing, all that needs to happen for this person is all inside of our intention for this person's life to be. So if someone's like gripped and wanting something to be a certain way, that probably wouldn't even get past the sentence, because we would have all collectively felt like, that really feels like you're kind of hooked on it to be a certain way, but how would you feel? And so there'd be this unveiling that would happen to ensure that our intention is for the best interests of the person. Some really amazing things that have opened up is there was one person in our group who was waiting and waiting and waiting for quite a while, like over a year and a bit, for a specific phone call to happen. And so she was one of our first people up on the first couple of weeks of us doing this. So we were still learning and trying to figure out um, how this would go and is it even going to work? And so within 2 weeks of this group, she messaged us and said, I got the call. I think that was for me, I was blown away. I'm like, what? After all that time waiting, now you get the call? Do we chalk it up to the power of eight, or is this just coincidence? I don't know. But since then, another lady in our group, the momentum and velocity at which things started to move in her life was profound. So there is just this like excitement and this space of, wow, like what if it really is all possible? That's in the air with the power of eight. The last thing too is the sense of not being alone in it, knowing that, hey, if I'm having a doubtful experience during the week, knowing that my group have my back and they are with me and they are a force. Collectively, we're a force. There's just this beautiful um, way of being able to release this, for me anyway, being a little more independent, that I don't have to do it all on my own. And so that's a personal gift that's been a nice exercise for me to lean into is what if community has your back? And so how do you start your own power of eight? I guess Lynne McTaggart has a website where you can go on and you can put in your name and you can be a request, and groups get formed all the time. But there's nothing stopping us from starting our own group. It can be as anywhere, they say power of eight, but really it is a power of at least 5 to up to 12. Between that number is a safe place. She did amazing studies after studies after studies, and it's all written in the Power of Eight book, that it's not about eight specifically. It really is about collective consciousness coming together. But the power of eight has been great for us because, and actually we have 9, so that if someone needs to miss, we still feel like there's this, a nice group of people together. But I love that. So, how do you start yours? Can you find a group of 8 people? Message people, ask them if they're interested. It works best, I think, if there's a leader, someone who's facilitating, organizing, structuring, knows the Zoom link, gets everybody there. It does help if there's that type of person. And then who kind of runs it, like making sure we're moving on and at time. But honestly, that part's the easy part. Get your group of 8 together, pick a date and a time each week, commit to at least 4, 6, 8, or 12 weeks. So that at least everyone gets a turn. Like if you do 8 weeks, everybody gets a turn, get it random, whoever's first, second, third, then the group itself runs itself. And then if you go on to Lynne McTaggart's website, she has an amazing PDF. I'll see if I can find it and I'll put it in my description to the video too, if you want. And it's just a really easy guide on here's what you do to create the power of 8. So I would love to hear from you. If you've been in a power of 8, have you noticed what I've noticed, the power of it? And let me know in the comments. If you were to be in a power of 8, what would your intention be? Because collectively, anyone that reads these comments, I can read it. Just knowing that other people know what we're up to and what we're intending really does amplify the energetic influence to have the universe know exactly what it is we're looking for, so it can start orchestrating that in our favor. So with that, have an amazing week, and we'll see you back here soon. Take care.